Merry Christmas, Muppet! So, we still got work to do, but it crunk, as you could see. And, oh, that's still wet. Okay, so he undercoated all of this. All of this. It's all pretty now, beautiful. We're letting it dry. And then we've got to lower it. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's got good quality.
Look how cute we look.
It's good enough quality. Yeah, it's good enough, right?
Anyway, so we've got a lot to do. So far, we've gotten, it to pop off for a second, doing a little hot wiring, plus a jump box, plus a battery charger, plus a battery that ain't been charged in 6 months because it was out of the C10. It's the typical, it ran for just long enough to say, hey, it's got power. Who cares? That's not what we want. We want burnouts. Now, it won't happen tonight, but it'll happen soon. Mostly it won't happen tonight because Bubba doesn't own a drive shaft to this. But I'll show you what we got done so far. So Bubbles got some use high heat temp spray paint, right out of Bryant's thing. Gave it a little half sand, some brake clean, and whoop, almost dry. Then he's gotten the wiring figured out for the distributor. It's got the right firing order. It's got brand new plug. Nope.
Yes.
Brand new plugs. Not plug wires, but plugs. The carb hasn't been cleaned, but runs good enough to get us where we're going. And now we're just pulling the battery out so we can clean up some of this stuff.
Transmission lines.
Yeah. If you need a toilet ran,
yep,
we've got the right line for it. So
these came, I seen them, and I thought it was funny because they were really cheap on Temu at that with some of my Temu tools. So like, you know what? Let's add them to the car and see what happens. And oddly enough, they are not leaking. I don't know how, but they are not leaking. They have not exploded yet. Yeah, no, they have not exploded yet. So
it also hasn't gone in gear yet.
It has not gone in. It may be in gear right now, to be honest with you. I don't know what gear it's in.
Good thing it's not a drive shaft. We could have that would have hurt.
So
pinned ourselves right against the C10. It ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. We didn't even check oil pressure, other than what we've seen cranking. We didn't see what oil pressure is while it was running. So
because it ain't ran long enough to care.
Yeah, it'll be all right. We gotta get these headers on because it's extremely loud in our faces.
And yeah, I mean, we got here early this morning. He started working on his stuff. I started working on my stuff.
Oh, I got a new radiator.
Oh yeah, nice and pretty.
Nice, pretty. We're converting everything to electronic fans.
Yeah, that'll be fun. This little piece here on top that ain't been clean painted, angled, or anything like that.
Oh, that's just my rough. That's my rough draft.
That's actually the frame we cut out of my truck.
Yeah, because it doesn't have a mount for it yet. I don't know, and I didn't want to just wire it up. So,
But stuff is happening. That's the first loud thing we've made loud.
Stuff is happening. Stuff is definitely happening.
Yep.
Like me getting under here and trying to figure out how I'm going to get these down in here. That's fixing to happen too. I don't know how it's going to happen, but we're going to make it happen. So, that's still wet. Probably going to have to pull the spark plugs out.
Let's get going on
that.
Yeah. If you notice that's going on without a gasket, that's just mind your business. That's what that is.
Hand me one of them fancy bolts over there, please, sir.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Cosmetic. Yep. I thought it said cosmetic.
Aretta's brand.
At first. Ow, why do you have to hurt me?
It's not. Why did I come out of there? Oh, there we go.
Can bench press 250 pounds. Cannot rip plastic.
I can't bench press.
I'm sure you could. Look like a kid on Christmas.
I'm kidding, and it's Christmas. The kids are gonna love that one.
What?
The Merry Christmas, motherfucker.
You're gonna hear a lot about that at school.
Nah.
I like how you didn't fit these on to make sure they fit before you just said, I'll sand them and paint them right now.
Yeah, they're gonna work. Fucking. The problem is I don't have an eyeball on the end of my finger. If I had an eyeball down there, it'd make life a little easier. Got to find the hole. There's the hole. The hole. Oh.
The whole video is gonna be you farting.
Oopsies.
I told Brandy every time you fart on camera, you should cut the clip and put it in a folder. See if we can make songs out of the different tones.
What am I hitting? Oh, a freaking plug thing. What is that there for? Don't need that. Oops. Get him in there. Go in there. I'm gonna go get a flashlight so I can see. Because God didn't give us built-in flashlights.
You can tell we've been working all day because the shop's already a mess and the video just started.
Not that bad.
Yeah.
Not really much liquid spillage.
Because there's not many liquids left.
Everything's
The radiator
inside.
dry, the power steering pump's dry, transmission fluid, I mean, it ain't full. And the oil, well, the dipstick says it's 9 quarts over full, but it's the wrong dipstick. If you got a 350 dipstick laying around, help us be less dumb dipsticks.
That was a dipstick move.
You dropped your light all the way in.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do before I go any further
Start screaming.
is I'm going to correct my mistake here. I'm gonna put all of this under where I can't reach. Eh. 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 Get it out of the way. Ooh, 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 okay. Let's catch on everything now. Why are you not going down? Oop.
Does it put that wire out right on the headers? Yeah. I fell in the car.
I'm good.
Yep. Pull that off. Yep. Okay. Did we lubricate the holes? Did we lubricate the bolts? Oh, we blindly. Why are you loosening it in there?
So I can get him in there. She's a tight fit. A tight fit. Very tight. There we go. Gotta tighten them all at the same time, I guess.
You still got one to go.
Yeah. I got Ooh, I do got one to go.
I bet it'd be easier if you had a friend with another hand that could hold it. But like,
Or the correct wrench size. Because see, this back one, it has to screw in as you go in with it. Because it's going to hit that. So we got to like finagle them all in together.
Just screw it in.
You got the wrench in your hand.
I do.
Crooked.
You can put that thing there. You might. I'm doing my beautiful work. I almost had them things on. Now they're level.
Gotta get it loose enough. Let me turn that one.
It's a lot of work for us to take this off next week. I don't care though. I just think it's funny. You know, if it seals up real good, first couple times it runs, it'll never get gaskets. Because you'll never do it.
You're right.
But will it do that? Probably
not. No, it's not.
But a man can dream. I had a dream once.
I'm hungry again.
I had Panda Express today.
Ooh, you ate a Chihuahua. Ooh.
Panda Express is American Chinese.
Bro.
You never had it?
The Panda place?
The Panda Express in Dothan. Not Panda Buffet.
Oh, no, I don't know what that is. That's rich people stuff.
This what?
Rich people stuff.
It's $20 for 2 people to eat.
I can't afford that.
Yeah, okay.
I need a dollar menu.
Your favorite 2 restaurants? It's like a steakhouse and the Juicy Seafood.
Juicy Seafood went out of business because they broke like me.
What you figuring out? We got one header on. The other one he just stopped working on out of the blue to start messing with the wiring. I think it's just because he don't want to be under the car.
ADD.
So
we're trying to get some wiring figured out. Ish. So we can crack it with the ignition key.
Which it's done once.
Yeah, and then it's decided it's not doing it no more.
So we're trying to figure out, did we get lucky, unlucky? Did I accidentally bump something, drop something, hit the nay?
Yeah. We're going to see what the good old Google has to say about it here in just a second.
Boy, the shine off of you today.
Is it shining?
Boy.
Man.
What did you hit your head on? God dang.
Dude, I've been hitting my head on everything.
You're going to be like, that's sweat. Brother, it's 68 degrees in here. It ain't sweat. He's shining. He put that 600 grit sandpapers on it.
That's what I use on it.
So we just trying to figure it out.
We'll get it.
We'll get it.
We'll get it.
It's a super exciting.
Or a button to press. I don't care. It does not matter to me.
So we have figured it out. We thought it was a ground issue. We thought it was a neutral safety switch. We thought it was everything that it wasn't. And it turns out to be just the wire that was there that we were using. Let's see here. It had a little grommet. This is the main power for the whole car. Had a little grommet. It was about 6 inches of wire, maybe. And, we'd used that to crank the car a couple times, and it was fine. And then I just got pissed off and ripped it off, and then went straight to the battery with this, and turnkey, bam, runs. And we have gotten our wire labeled. I know it looks a mess right here, but I promise you it's actually not bad. Bub's gonna come over here tomorrow, maybe, with some gaskets for these headers, so we can go ahead and, do that. But we're gonna crank it tomorrow. Today's Saturday night. It's already past midnight. And we're just happy. When you turn the key, it cranks. It fires. But like I said, we're at somebody else's house. This is Bryant's shop, Bryant's house. And I'm not cranking this thing at midnight to... I haven't shown them your gauges.
Fancy gauges?
You got some gauges put in here.
Fancy gauges?
Yeah. And hey, only one of them works right now because only one of them's plugged in, but it shows 50 pounds of oil pressure, so...
60.
60? You can't be mad about that. So, we're going to call it for the night. Bub's going to come up here in the morning, do a little work. I'll be back in the afternoon. I got some stuff I got to do, and hopefully we'll crank it up and let it run for a minute and end it off there. It's the next morning, actually, now 11:34.
A little struggle this morning.
The header's on.
Been fighting with this thing, yeah. To come to find out, one of the little wires right here in the distributor wasn't clicked in all the way. But now we're going to crank it with both headers on it. I ordered a set of drop-in gaskets because I'm lazy, and they are way easier to put in than the other ones. And I don't have to take them all the way back off again. So we're going to crank it and run it for just a second, and then get it moved out of the shop.
Yeah, okay. Hand me that gasoline, baby boy.
Let me hit that.
Oh.
Let me go to the door.
He got to prove to himself later that it actually happened so he don't burn it down. Come on. Crank it again.
Did we hook that other plug back up?
Yeah, I plugged it back up.
Burn off that paint.
Yeah, that paint that just got painted on.
Yeah.
All right. Does that sound like the end of a good video for you?
Yeah, very happy. Very happy.
So now we need a drive shaft.
I brought it.
You brought it.
Yeah, I don't know.
You were thinking big this morning.
I think what I'm gonna do. It doesn't have any coolant in it, so I'm not gonna put coolant in it yet. I'm gonna wait. I've got antifreeze. I'm trying to decide if I want to put coolant in it yet. I got antifreeze, but we'd have to crank it and let it run through a second because it might freeze again.
Yeah.
I don't need a broken block or pushed out freeze plug because I don't want to deal with that.
Well, there's no water in it now, so it can't do it now.
Yeah, it can't do it now. There shouldn't be any water at all in it.
So we should leave it like that. Hey, whatever this line is.
It's power steering.
Oh, baby, she was power steering. You know, she was pumping.
Yeah,
So
I had to undo them as well to get the headers in. For the most part, the headers cleared most of everything, though.
yeah.
They went right down there. They may be a little bit rubbing up against that steering box, but I'm not gonna worry with that.
Self clearance is the best clearance.
That's right.
Learn about yourself. You know what I mean?
That's right.
All right. Well, we should be good.
Is something spraying oil, or is that just residual?
I don't see anything spraying oil, but granted, I wasn't focusing on it.
Ain't nothing dripping under here, which is great.
Well, this power steering, it's eventually going to be dripping down there because it is making its way down.
Something's dripping down there. Could be, but it's not even under the car. It's off the side of the car. I don't know what that could be. It's back there. All right, don't worry about it. So, okay, it runs. Next thing to do is build a drive shaft, bolt the cross member in,
Fuel system.
little transmission mount. I'm gonna run a whole new line to the back. I have to find the fuel pump that I bought that I don't know what I did with it. Run the lines to the back, swap them out, and remove the AN lines for now until we get ready. We gotta hook the E-fan up, probably to a switch.
Shit, the way we've got accessory power. I mean, this car's got 4 accessories on with key. I don't know what they go to, but we got to figure out all those, which I imagine half of them are headlights.
Then we gotta clean all this short up,
Yeah.
loom everything, get everything where it needs to be after we finish doing all the connections.
Maybe charge the battery so we're not running 2 jump boxes.
I don't know what all this is, but it doesn't look important, so we're just gonna fixed. Well, maybe we'll be driving this thing soon so we can blow the rear end out of it.
It won't take long.
Nope.
All right.
What about yours? Did you talk about yours?
It's still drying. It's really cold. It's not as cold this morning.
Wet over there on that side.
Yeah, it's definitely. I painted that 18 hours ago. What?
Yeah. That was fake. I did that with my mouth.
All right. So, why do you have leftover header bolts?
Well, that wasn't my ankle. Because that one has a mount. That is warm. That one's used as a mount.
Okay. All right. So, are we done?
I think so.
We're gonna clean Bryant's shop and act like we were never here.
That's right.
All right. Well, say bye.
Bye-bye.